Hello and welcome to another Nikomedia tutorial. So because tonight an appointment is cancelled, so I found some time and I got today a Patreon question again. And I will try to make this more or less live. I did not test it before, so we will try to make this one here today. This animation here. It looks great. If you ask me, I really like it. But I'm not sure how we do it. I have an idea, but this is from Alexey, Alexandrovich. And yeah, here's some really nice things here, you see. And yeah, but the question was about this one here. And yeah, what do we see here? I downloaded this one. And so I have it here in my F6, so in my picture viewer, so we can nicely scroll through. So we see there is really a nice movement. Yeah, I shall do this with the physical render. This is the request too, but with the physical render. I'm not sure we can do this nice pattern here, but I try it. But what I think is that when we make this pattern, that it will be a little, animation will be a little noisy. So with the physical render, but we will see how we get it, how far we get, and what we can do. So then the other thing is what I see. It looks more here. Here it looks like it's this bulge goes along the whole thing here from here to here. But here again, I'm not sure if it's everywhere, but here again it looks kind spherical, so that it's here more up than here. We will see. And then we have here one nice thing. You see this on the last ball, it comes very fast and hits the other one. So it looks like this is done with dynamics. My first thought was to make this with a spline and let's roll the balls, the spheres, along a spline and make the rotation of the sphere simply with an espresso. But here we see here nicely, it looks this is dynamic, this whole thing. So I will try to make it dynamic. Okay, first I show you the way with the spline. Could I show you the way is good. I'm pretty sure I know I can do this with the ribbon here. But with the springs, this will be a nice thing. Yeah, let's start. So first I try it with the spline way, and then I try it with the dynamics, and I want to do it with dynamics at the end. I don't know how long this will take, but we will do it. I do almost everything for my patrons, of course. If you want to support me on Patreon, you can do this, no problem. You will find all the links in the description. Good, I start with plane. And this is not so, something like this. Maybe so. Okay, let's see. 60 here. And yeah, we can change this later on, so that this should be very parametric, so shouldn't have any problems. So here I go up so that I have something like squares everywhere here. So little squares. I need 2 of these planes, so I make a copy and put this plane a little up here. So let's say 20 centimeter. Okay, and this one here on the bottom, this will be our collider later for the dynamics. But if we do this with spline, we don't need the collider, so I just hide it for the moment. Oh, this is the wrong one. This is the collider. So, and the collider don't need any segments here. Good. But you don't need so, and I save it. So let's say this is the springs. Okay. So now I want a spline here. A spline along this plane here. Good. I do this with a helix spline, so I take a helix spline, bring it in the correct axis here, so 0 by 0, and the height of this is 400, I think. Yeah, 400. So, and here I have to go to minus 200, and then I have a spline along this guy exactly in the middle, so exactly what I want here. But I want the same height, so we have to go up 20. Good. So now I need a sphere. Make the sphere smaller. And I will make here the sphere an standard sphere, so I see better the rotation later. Make it 30. And I want to bring this sphere along our spline here. So this is the path. Okay, right click on the sphere, align the spline. The spline is our path. Whoops, okay, I see this now here. So I go to my spline here and say reverse. Good. Okay, nice. Maybe this here is a little too big. Make it 25. Okay. So, and now I want that everywhere where the spheres, when I go through here, with the position, that I get the bulge in this thing here, in the plane. So, how can we do this? I do this with a shader effector. No, with a plane effector. We have a plane. Let's make it with the plane effector. I take a plane effector, Mograph plane effector, and make it a child of the plane. So with the plane selected, I go to the effector, hold my shift key and go to plane. So what I want is I want this as a deformer, not as an effector. So I go to my deformer tab here, and I want to deform the points of this plane. And I want to deform the position. Normally by default, I think the position is on with 100 centimeter. But my default is everything is off. So I go to the position. You see, okay, it kind of works, but in the wrong direction. Let's go here, 20 down here. Okay, 20 is the other direction. Good, minus 25. So we are exactly on the bottom here. This is nice. Let's go with the plane effect, with the position here, little to the middle, so something like this. And now I want to make a fall off, of course. So I go to my plane effector, go to the fall off tab, and I have R20 for I have the fields. But if you don't have fields, you can use the fall-offs, the cylindrical fall-off. This is the same here. So I take the cylinder here, and I see, okay, it does something. That's nice. The cylinder is in the wrong direction. I go to plus here. The radius is too big, and I want the cylinder exactly on the fall-off exactly on the place where the sphere is. So what I do is I make a constraint here. I could take out this cylinder field and bring it under the sphere, but I'm not sure if this works later on with the dynamics, but with the constraint it should work anyways. So I go to the cylinder field, right click, character text and constraint, and I want to constrain the PSR. This is position, scale, and rotation. So I press on it, so I activate it, and here, let's see, down here, I have a target. This is under PSR here. I have a target, and the target is this sphere here, this guy here. Whoops. And you see we have now exactly centered to the sphere. I can let all like it is. This is can do it like this, yes. We do not really need the rotation, but it shouldn't do anything here. So it's nice so far, but I don't like the way it looks here. So, but normally now it should work when I go here with the position. You see that works. Okay, this is a good way. We are on a good way. So I want another thing here. So I go to the cylindrical field, to the mapping, and I make the inner offset. So, and now we would have this spherical thing already, you see? When we put this later in a subdivision surface or something else. Yeah, we could do this with a subdivision surface anyways. So we wouldn't need so many segments here, but I want to make the pattern here later on, and I want to try something. So with displacement maybe, and so I need many segments. So it's okay like this, but I don't like the way it looks here. So I go to the contour mode here, the curve. I see, okay, immediately it looks better, and the curve here next to the spline here, you can open this and you have presets, and I take the ease up. Okay, far so good. Let's see how this looks now. That looks fine, and maybe I want here in the field a little more. I'm not sure if I like this thing here, but let's see how this will not look better with the subdivision surface, because we have so many subdivisions already. So anyway, what I do, I make it like a cylinder here. We could try a spherical field. Yeah. Instead of this, let's try a spherical field. Yeah, that looks better. That looks far better. Yeah, that looks much better. So normally, when I go now with the path, it should still work here. So. Okay, but now what we want, of course, we want that this sphere rotates when it goes along the spline. There is a neat plugin on the net. It's called Roll It, but it seems it does not work in R20. So yeah, you could bring it to work when you use the Insidium bridge and something else. Insidium bridge, the link is in the description, and with this you can bring all the plugins to work. But let's try it. So by eye, we don't make it. This is not the dynamic way. So like a small espresso. It's a very easy espresso. No? Don't panic, Douglas Adams would say. So right click espresso. Okay, so what do we need? We need our sphere, of course. Then we need the sphere, and we need the rotation B. Yeah, B. I just drag here the B here, and I just drag it to the blue corner here. This Whoops. So I don't have to search it here everywhere. So that's the easiest way to make this like this. So the next thing is I need a math node. Okay. The math node is here, and I set the math node now to multiply. And I need a time node. Time. So now it's quite easy. So what I do is connect the time with the input here and the rotation to here. Let's see what we get when we simply hit play on this thing here. So hit play, and it does nothing. Yeah, because in the multiplier we have input 0, so this cannot work. If we put in 1, okay, it looks a little slow and in the wrong direction. -4. I don't want to see the spherical field here, so okay. And here I animate the path, the position here. So on frame 0 I make a keyframe, go to frame 100 here and 100% and make another keyframe. So that should look, we have the right speed as well with 4. You can change the when it does not look right. Let's say it's just 3 or something else in the multiplier here. -2. You see it. You see that it looks not correct. But we can make another little thing, so we can change this every time when we want. When we want to read faster, or if we have a longer way or something else. So let's make another small thing. We make it a small user data. So I select my sphere, and here I go to user data, manage user data. It's on the wrong monitor. Yes, sir. And now I add a new group, so I don't want that we have here user data. It does not look nice, so we make a new group and drag it out here. Say speed. Okay. And when I don't know what type of data or something else I need. So now you see we have here a speed thing, but nothing is into. What I do is I go to the time node, to the multiply node, and I just want to affect this input here. So I right click on it, user data interface, copy user data interface. Copy this, go again to my user data here, manage user data. It's the wrong one, I think. So I have to go to the sphere. Yeah, here's the speed. Manage user data, that's again on the wrong monitor. And here I just right click and paste this thing in. Now I have this input too. And here's everything like it should be. This is the same thing like I would bring it in here. The default value I make 1 because so it moves. The minimum, let's say, we can let it like this. This is, but slider min and max I make slider min. I make slider minimum -10 and slider maximum +10. And the default values, and I want a float slider, so that looks later like this here. Okay, that's it. Okay, we have now under speed our input, and let's name this. Come on, or is it the wrong monitor? I name it here speed. So okay, speed looks fine. And now I simply have to make one more thing so that I can work with the thing. I can go to drag my sphere, so where I have the user data on it. I drag the sphere inside, and I drag the user data speed here on the right corner here. So this is the outgoing port here, and this outgoing port says this number. So I go to here. Now we should get 1 because our default is 1. So when we go to here, Okay, this is our function. But now when we go to the sphere and go to our speed, you see here 1. This, we know this is the wrong direction. It looks quite funny. And we had -4. Just go to -4 here. And now I see that works crazy good. Okay. But as I said, this is the one. Now now it would be easy. So when we continue, so we don't need espresso anymore. When we continue now, let's make the doesn't matter. Make the plane and give it a little thickness. So I go to the plane, go to my pi-extrude generator. I've explained it many times now. The link is in the description. The link goes to the Maxon Labs, and then Maxon Labs you can download it for free. Hold my Alt key so the pi-extrude gets becomes parent. And you see already we get some thickness, but I want it in the other direction. So -5, and I want caps. Whoop. And this should look quite nice. Okay. And we want one moment. I have to pause it. So okay. Good. This would be the way without dynamics. This is. But if you want this faster, let's say I make simply. I go here in to position 100 in the half time, so on frame 50. So I go to position. I click on position. Shift F3 brings me the timeline here. Smaller here. Okay, I have here the timeline. I want this here, and as you see, we have key time 100 frames, value of, and I want this at 50 frames. So this should go quite faster. But you see, of course, now the speed of the sphere does not fit, of course. So, but we have our wonderful user data here. Should be then -8, because it is the half here, so the double the speed. And you see, it works great. We don't see this on the end because this is not in our. We will see something like this at the end. So we don't have to worry about what happens after it. So okay. Now let's try the dynamic way, and I'm sure this is not so easy, but we will tackle it. So good. Should I? No, I don't need to save this. Or do I save it? So no, this is a quite easy thing. So if we don't know it how to do it, so we can watch the tutorial. Okay, let's make it a dynamic way, and I think we will have much more fun with it. Yeah, okay. So how do we do this here now? I don't need the spline here. Go back to reset PSR. So that's 0 point to the plane we can use. And we don't need the path here. And now we need the collider. So this is this. So far so good. This is too far down, so I go with the. This should be reset PSR. Why is this not? So we have the espresso tag on it. Delete the espresso. So now we have it. And I go up with my sphere here a little bit, so we don't need the user data anymore. No, not here. User data is here. Manage user data. Whoop. delete everything, bye bye. Okay. So we have here 25, so it should be go up here. Oh yeah, this is still here. Of course, you have go to the collider, so we want to sit on the collider. But I don't have to see the collider. Okay, this is this. It does not really. Let's do it from the beginning. So let's do this from the beginning. Okay. Our collider. The collider should be a little bigger here, longer at least. And I bring my sphere to here. So if I make some mistakes, sorry, but as I said, I have not tested it. So this is just an idea how it could work. Good. The first thing is I need, of course, on the sphere I need a rigid body tag. If you don't have it in your toolbar, just right click on simulation and rigid body tag. The same with the collider body. But I have here collider and my collider button. This is the collider. And when I hit play, nothing should happen. Yeah, okay, we see it is dynamic. What I want is that we throw it in the x direction, the minus x direction. And this we do in the dynamics tag here. In the dynamic is custom initial velocity. So in the x, this is x, y, and z. So in the x and minus 300. And when I hit now play, okay, does something, but it slides somewhat and it rolls. So we need friction on the plane at least. So here on the collider, and the collider I want no bounce and 100 friction. Let's see if it's okay. Yep, that roll is perfect. Okay, and now the same again. We should be able to take a spherical fall off and constrain it to the sphere. So first I need a plane effector for the plane itself here. So again I go to the Mograph plane effector, Mograph effector. The plane I have selected, and on the plane effector shift on the keyboard so it becomes a child here. It's exactly what I want. The deformer should be at points, and the parameter is in the position of the points. Yay. We know this is the wrong direction, so minus 220 or something else. Perfect. So let's pause it and bring in the plane effector, deformer, no, fall off, spherical fall off, spherical field. Okay. Okay. Yes, yeah. Nice. I don't want to see the collider here. Again, so. And I want this constraint to the sphere, what I said. So I go to the spherical field, character tags, constraint, position, scale, and rotation. And the target is our sphere. And we have this here. Okay. Then in the spherical field, the remapping again, so whoopsie. Then a contour mode, a curve. In the curve I want an ease up, ease. That looks immediately great. Maybe a little more. Okay. When we go back now, and hit play, that works perfect. I'm really happy with this. Look at this. That looks wonderful. Great. Of course we need more spheres. Let's see if it works with the knife. No, it should work the same with the extruder. Even nicer. Look at this. Okay, maybe a little faster. So we want it faster to go to the to the initial velocity thing, minus 400. We should run faster. Down. Okay. Now we make another sphere. Let's name this spherical field 1 and sphere 1, so we know which one is which one. So I need another sphere. A copy, just control drag it down. And I make a copy this sphere 2, this spherical field, control drag it down. Name it 2. And now of course I have the second field constrained to the second sphere. And in the plane effector, in the fall off, I have to bring in the second fall off on top here. Okay. Let's see what we get. And I want of course this one, the second sphere should roll later a little bit. So what I do is in the dynamics, I disable the dynamic, record it on frame 0. Let's say on frame 20 we start it. So enable it and boing. And maybe make it a little faster than the other one, minus 600. So let's see what we get. I did the wrong one here. Why does this one start earlier? This one should start later. The slow one and the fast one. Now it works. And I see here what's wrong. Just one spherical field works. But this is not really a problem, because we go to the plane effector and we say here the second spherical field. The first one is. I go here to add, and then both should work. Whoop. Man, this is great. This is great. Let's make the first one a little slower. Maybe we can hit it. Boing. This is great. Okay. Make a third one, of course. So, third one. 3. You start please later. So I go on enabled and hit Shift F3. So I have selected what I want, what I need. And here I say you go at frame 40. Okay, I save in between. Don't forget this. Now I copy this field again, field 3, and I constrain this to sphere 3. Bring it in the plane effector and say add. And it should work. And give it maybe different speed again, so I'm just again a little slower. It's 500. Everything works. This is great. Okay, and now it starts with the springs. I'm curious if this will work. So I just have to take something to drink. So let's see how we can do this with the springs. Spring is, of course, a helix. A helix in XC. But default is normally 200 here. I have it 50-50 and 100 height, but this doesn't matter here. We need it smaller. T for scale, and let's see from above here. Don't know, is 3 or 2 rows of. Let's make 3 rows. So let's try to fit 3 inside here. So something like this. Let's see how. I like full numbers, so let's see here. 10. Oops. And here 10. Okay. The height must be higher. High is the side. 50. Good. And we need more rotation. 50s maybe. No, let's see. To bring it to here. 50 could be a little high. Let's say 40. But we are totally parametric here, so we can change everything every time. So good. And I want here ×2. Okay, let's hide the pi extruder here for a moment. And we see in the original one, they are kind of bulged here, so they have a bulge here. And we will do this, and they are on the bottom. They are a little bigger the radius than on the top. It seems. I do it like this. Okay. So we need a bulge. Helix selected, go out to our deformers, shift click on the bulge deformer. So when you shift click, it automatically gets the size of the object. Go to our bulge guy and strength 50, something like that. But now it's exactly in the middle, and I want it on the top smaller and on the bottom more. So the simple thing is just drag the bulge deformer a little up here, so something like that. But I want this. I wanted the helix a little bigger. 15. Something like this maybe looks good. Or now go to the bulge and say again fit to parent first. Okay. And bring it up a little bit, so, and maybe more rotations. Yeah, so something like this. Okay. Bring back the generator here. Okay. Yes, this is okay. Oh, I see at the moment someone bought a scene rig, so I'm back in a second. Just sent the email. So I am back, and best regards to Sweden. Thanks for buying. So the next step, let's make a sweep NURBS out of this. Of course, first I go to the helix again and okay. But first we clone it, then we make, because Yeah, first we need to clone this. Select my helix, Alt on the keyboard and clone it, Mograph cloner. And I want a grid array and nothing in the Y, so 1. And let's see, okay, hello. Hello baby. So, and what do we need now? We need to bring this together a little bit. Something like this, but I think but what we do, we are totally good here, so I can make the plane bigger or make this sphere smaller. Make this sphere, this brings it a little smaller. I think they're a little too big. So T for scale, and when I scale down this helix, the bulge will scale with it. So this is all okay. No problems here. Oops, back. Bring the whole cloner up here again, so something like here. And now I can bring them more together. And that looks a little better. Can even go closer. Okay. I think in the original they are a little over this. Yeah, we see it here, yes. But we shouldn't do it exactly like the original, but okay, we have here 48, let's make 50 and here 50 and say you are now the per step parameter, and now I can go with this guy up here. Good. To hide the bulge, we have a lot of spheres here. Okay, springs, not spheres. Good. Now make a sweep here. For the sweep we need, of course, a profile spline. Let's make a circle. Here it's my default is 10, and I don't know what the default is, I think 100 or something else, but it doesn't matter, and I have it at uniform, and I need only 4 here. I don't need many subdivisions here because it's so small. So. Good. And now I bring this circle into a sweep. So I go select my circle, hold my Alt key and sweep. And when I think this works, I would be wrong. It works, but see how it works. It works not really. So the circle is a little too big here. And this is the first what I see. Okay. The sphere is okay, but the helix spline, I make it a helix spline to uniform, and maybe 1 should be enough here. Maybe 2. Yeah, this is enough. So, but we want everywhere to sweep. This is a quite easy thing. Go to your cloner, select the cloner, and throw it in a connect object. Check Alt key, connect object, and we have our sweeps here. Now we have our wonderful springs. But how do we do this now? Normally we should use this spheres here. Make another plane effector which affects only the helix splines, not the sweep, because when we affect the sweep, our mesh will be deformed. We don't want this. We want the mesh every time the same. But we want just scale the helix height and nothing more. So I go to the cloner and make another plane effector. So cloner selected, effector, plane effector. I bring it down to here, so I don't know, it's somewhere. It belongs to the sweep here, so okay. Now it should be, because we have the cloner selected first. Here we have the plane effector. and I am not sure if I can use the same. I make another ones, but I wanna try it when I put in the same effectors here. These are the same fields. This won't work, I think, because we have other dimensions here, but just let's try it. Why not simply try it? 2, 3. So I put this 3 in this new plane effector. This is the plane springs. So here, of course, I have to go to add and add again. In this plane effector, I go to parameter and I want to affect the scale, not the position. And in the deformer I need nothing normally, because we will see it, normally not. Scale, and I scale just the y-axis down. So first, what I do is, with Control D, I go to my project settings, to the dynamics in the cache. And here when I say bake, it bakes everything here. And not just so I have to not to bake one after the other, so it bakes everything. I hit bake so I can scroll through the, you see it goes very fast. I can scroll through the animation, and so I can go every time to the position I need. So now I can scroll through. Okay. Let's see this, and I want to affect the springs here. So and go down with the scale now. So I have the same fall-offs like in the other thing. Parameter. Man, this works. That works. Here it works. Kind of so. No, like so. And little more, and this is not what I don't know if I can make now this in this size a little bigger, or if they change too. They change it together, but this is okay. No, but I don't want the intersection here, which would be okay because I can go by extrude in the other direction. 5. But this does not. No, I make it different. Bring this out of the serial fields here and make my own ones. So, not my own ones. I just copied these. I just copied these 3. Control, drag it to my. And bring it now inside. I think this makes different. I'm not sure, but I think that works different. It looks somehow different. So add, and it parameter. Okay. Select all 3. They don't touch, but it looks like in the original one they don't touch too. Look at this, they sure don't touch. Don't think so. Does not look like that they touch here. This is because simply of the angle, so you don't see it if they touch it or not. So. But let's see what we get here. Look at this. We totally tackled it. we are done. And this is not even 1 hour. That's great. So let's make this again, and then wood block or something else down here. So save it. Don't forget to save. Maybe it looks even better when we put this in a subdivision surface here. NA, NI, das ist either palms, or even we can NA hide it. So bring in the options the SSAO. That looks great. It totally tackled it. This is nice, this is nice. But I think I don't want here the subdivision surface. I want the subdivision surface, but or no, it could be enough. Let's see. I let it here. Maybe I want it later on, but if I make some just I put the extruder in a null, and under the null I want a bevel deformer, shift bevel deformer, so I have a nice bevel here. Let's see if this is enough. It looks, I think it looks smooth enough. But if you want the bevel with the subdivision surface, I go to the bevel deformer and say, instead of chamfer or chamfer, I say solid, and make now subdivision surface, and now I have a very smooth thing here. I love it. Look at the nice thing here. This is what is when we put the jiggle deformer in. Ah, this is too much, a jiggle deformer. Makes sure fun. Why not? Jiggle deformer, jiggle, jiggle, jiggle here. Under the bevel, first the bevel, then the jiggle. Or first the jiggle and then the bevel. Ah, first the jiggle, then the bevel. Ah, we will see it. Let's see if it works. I don't know if the jiggle works here, but it should. Bring effector. Let's bring it the jiggle deformer under the plane here. So it says the plane effector and then the jiggle after the plane. Yeah, this works. But how we can do this with the spheres, with the springs? this works definitely. Oh man! Oh man! Oh man! Oh man! I'm really not sad that the appointment was cancelled today. That's great. But the jiggle deformer won't work here with the. Don't think so. Copy the jiggle deformer under the bulge here. Let's see what we get. We cannot. No, the jiggle deformer does not work on the springs. It does not work with the springs. And why? Why does it not work? Maybe I have to bring the jiggle and connect here, so that the whole cloner jiggles and not just the one helix. No, that does not work. The sweep. No, the sweep shouldn't jiggle. This plain springs is okay. I will put everything in a null here. So null object. Bring everything in here, the whole spring thing. So springs. And put jiggle on all of it. And as I said, I don't think that this will work. No, that goes not with it. If you have an idea how it works, please write me. I don't want to do experiment now. I'm sure I'll find it out somehow or not. Can I clone? Normally it should be under the cloner, because the cloner will be deformed. The whole cloner will be deformed, and this should work normally so. Let's see. Maybe we have here something. Restriction now, forces now. Object stop. No. I make it over here, no stiffness, no drag, or at least almost no drag. Okay, let's see if it changes anything. No, they don't go with it. That doesn't matter. This is not the task here, so I delete these two jiggles. We have this one, and this one looks great. Oops, this guy. Let's find a nice camera angle here. So something like that. Maybe bring in a camera here, so begin, and let's go here to maybe 50 focal length. We could make this whole thing longer, I think. So go to the plane and say here 500 or even more. We can start with the spheres somewhere back here. Why it takes just one sphere? Ah, this one is cached. I have to D for the cache. Clear cache. So, and now I think the 3 here, so drag them in the background here. Make this a little longer again, 600. So more springs. We have a wonderful rig here. Okay. Now let's find a nice camera angle so you can see our movement here. How to make again bake everything here, so cache, bake, and it works great. So I did not think that we will get it so quick. Okay, so let's see what we get. It is great. In the 100 frames, we are done, and then it comes again. Maybe it goes quicker without the subdivision surface here. No, not really. Okay. I don't want to make a fourth sphere, because then it would stop somewhere like here before it comes, so that's okay. Good, the camera looks nice, so I make a protection deck. This is another little script I wrote. I recorded. This is like a macro, and yeah, you can download it on, of course. So next thing what I said is, don't want to see it, something like a block here, and so T for scale, so okay, go down here, so 60, nice. You bring it down to here somewhere, so should work. I'll make this a little, okay. Nice, give it a little fillet. 1 and 3, or maybe 2 and 5. Actually, nice sound. So okay, save it. And now let's do something here. Let's try to make a nice render here. So as I say, I'll disable it for the moment. And now let's see what we have here. F6. Yeah, this one is, it's doable, but it's a you can make it with tiles and displacement and or just a bump map. For render speed, I would say in Octane no, it doesn't matter, but the physical render, well, we could try it with the either one or something, how this is called. Well, we could try another thing we could make here. We are still parametric here, so this is okay. This does not work because of the pi extruder. One would have to make this editable then, because what I thought about is give the plane here, go back to NB, NH, so make here more. I show you what I mean, this is no problem. Copy this first out here, so, and hide this guy. Extrude generator, so I want here the plane, make more, so something like this, because we have no heavy animation here or dynamics, so we can work with a high thing here. And if we make this first, I know that it does not work. This like this, we cannot make this editable, I think, because when I work then with the plane effect, the plane effect would not work. not correctly. Go back to 200 here and to 20, just to see it. I'll make this editable, so I bring out the plane effector first. Make this guy editable. So with my edit optimize script, you know it's in the description. Bring this down here, and when I go now through, yeah, it does not work anymore. This is the problem. How can we avoid this? Because what I wanted to do is simply make it like here. When I go here, UN as an font selection, and I make a font selection here. And what is this for? Oh, we have a selection tag here. Okay, this is the selection tag for the font selection. And now, when I bring this here in a no, don't chop here, more extrude. See here, for more extrude. Why does this work in this one direction? I want just on this selection here. It's crazy. Goes in the wrong direction, it seems. One step. Yeah, that goes in the wrong direction. Yeah, I can simply select all the polygons. The normals are inverted, that's the reason. With UR I can invert the normals. So now it should work correctly. Yeah, now it goes in the correct direction here. And I go to 1 here. And if I make this, let's say, to 0.9, 0.9, you see we get something like this here, and this we could texture like this here, more or less. Put the texture on it, which with different tiles and everything. But you see that does not work here correctly. This is you see, this is not what we want. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's optimized. Let's see. No. How could we do this? With the surface deformer. Let's don't need the plane here. Plane effector. Bye bye. When I give it a surface deformer, bring the bow extrude away for the moment. So under this surface deformer. Where is the surface deformer? Surface. Surface, yeah. Okay, and in the surface, which surface? This plane here. Please, this plane. Go up here. So we should see here something. Okay, that works. I don't want to see this guy. I want to see the surface deformed thing. So go to surface deformer. Go to initialize. And yeah, that works. Now I could work with the more extrude too. Whoa, that's great. That's great. That's great. Because now it deforms the plane, only the plane, and we get the plane form through the surface deformer, and it works. It should work simply great. Of course, it works now slower, but who cares? And now, of course, if we render something like this, it looks immediately good. So because when we render this, we have this nice pattern here. Okay, man, I'm happy. That's great. Good day to play. Next step. Yeah. I want. No, we know now this works. Do I want more of this smaller pattern? I think this is quite small here. This is half of this. Okay, now we know that this works. So bring it out. Whoops. Bye bye. Copy this guy here. Bring it down here. I wanna see you. Hey, I wanna see you, babe. Don't need the plane factor here. So this. And make here 300 or 400 by 40. So looks nice. Maybe and smaller. We don't need it smaller. If you want it smaller, make it smaller. And so edit, optimize. Whoopty surface. It's again in the wrong direction, but now we know it and we have no problem with it. We select all our polygons. You are for thing. So, and again we need this good surface deformer. No, that surface more extrude. Bring in this selection tag. Okay. 0.3 or 0.5. So looks nice. The surface deformer does not work at the moment. Maybe we need to bring in again the plane 1. Initialize. Okay, here we are. Here we are, and now let's texture this. First, let's texture our spheres. So, how do we texture them? That doesn't matter. So, make a new material. Double click here. My default material is, it is just reflectance and color. It's nothing special. So 10%, 100%, so 10% roughness, 100% and no spec, never spec. So what do we do here? What can we do? What want we do? Do we want plastic? Yeah, I'm gonna make plastic things. And whoops, so make a gradient. Bring it on our sphere here, and every of our spheres. Okay, the first thing I see immediately is we need another mapping here. So let's go to a spherical mapping here, and fit object. I don't know if it does it only when I take all together, so fit object. And this gradient does not work. We see it. This is not what we like. We would need here. I don't want a gradient, such a gradient. I want a circular that looks normally nice. But first I want here. Yeah, here in R20 you can select like this, and so I can say altogether a step. So I want here a step. Otherwise, in earlier versions, you have to select this, your one node and select a step. So it's not really a problem, I think. Control track is yeah, so we have a nice thing. It looks nice. Good. Maybe. What could we do next? So for each one another color, something else. Let's play with. Let's try the Mograph again. Mograph effector. Yeah. So I take my 3 spheres here and put them in a fracture object. So I can use in the fracture object. I can use the effectors again. So I need a color. I mean, I want a random effector for the color. So fracture and put in my 3 spheres here. The fracture is at straight. This is okay. With the fracture selected, I take a random effector. Bring it just above it. It doesn't matter where it is, but I want, so I know this is related to this one. And the random effector in the parameter should just affect the color, nothing else. So what can I do here now? I have this fancy gradient here. And let's bring it in a layer shader. Good. And over the layer shader, I bring in the Mograph color shader. Okay, let's see what we get here when we render this. Good so far, and boring so far. So that's okay, thanks. No, but we see we get different colors. Let's here go to multiply. Okay, still not really wowish. This is cool. Or do I need it just on the fracture? Delete this here. It doesn't seem like this is good. No, I want it here, here, and here. I want different colors. This would be nice if you give me different colors. Color shader should do this normally. Overlay cannot. Multiply should work. Let's see what's wrong here. Do I have to go to fracture and say explode segments and no, I thought that makes no difference. This is random is in. We will find a way. I'm not entirely sure why this does not work at the moment. First I want to make the low here to enter GI here to fixed. Let's see, 3. So, okay. Let's see if it's in the picture viewer the same. In the picture viewer we have nothing. Okay, why not? Here is something wrong with this. Does it not like the fracture? Don't think so. Delete the cache again. D cache, clear cache. Why are they not on the first position where they were? This is not nice, not nice, not nice. When did they go? Anyway, it's not so tragic. It's not such a tragedy. So no, this is not what it's. Let's go to. So 1, 2, 3. Let's see what's it done. Subdivision is over. Maybe it's slower because of the surface thing here. Let's see, we cannot cache this guy. As the more extrude needs is for sure. Okay. Let's cache this again. B and cache. I like this whole rig. This is well done. So I save everything. Whoosh. The other one goes in the wrong direction. What's going on here now? Why is this now? It doesn't matter. We will find it why, but it's a little curious. What's wrong with you, guy? Why are you going in the wrong direction here? Dynamics is -500. This is okay. Anyway, I can bring all back to 0. Reset PSR. First I have to delete the cache. Bang! Reset PSR. Reset PSR. Reset PSR. So, and now I take all of these 3 guys here. To what was it? Don't know. So we want to see the collider here. I want to bring it on the collider. This is over here. 25. Yeah, 25. I think. Yep. 25 is cool. Don't need to see you anymore. All 3 coming together here. So, and now let's see what they do. Save again. First is okay. Second is okay. And the third is okay. Okay. Not with us. Cache D, whoopty, bake. Okay. Good. So NA, I don't want to see here the matrix, because when I add the matrix we see the pattern. But first I do it without. Goes to somewhere where I can see how those things look. So first we need different colors for our. See, has it to do with the maybe it was because I said explode segments and something else. Maybe this was the reason. So again, low. I'm not sure. I can try it again. I thought this will work with the Mograph shader. Let's bring in only the Mograph shader. So we should get normally different colors with the color shader. So go to here, green, no different colors. Why? Why? No, it has to be on the. Should work normally. So yeah, somewhere I have a little thinking problem. Remapping. That makes the differences. Spherically and again random. Effector color. It does something. You have here like blue, here green. So the other one is totally green. So something works. These two, yes. Go to the random effector and play with the seed, maybe. It is the seed. That's crazy. What I could do is alpha strength, maybe, and we use the gradient first and go away. I make a new shader here, so I make here first the Mograph shader. Okay, and then a colorizer on top of it. Colorizer. Okay. It does something, but it's not what I want. Maybe it's the better way to. So let's see. To make it, I make it another and I own one for each one. So don't use the fracture here. So don't need the fracture. So and make here my first one is let's say with a red stripe, something with a red stripe. I want to clear this. Make a gradient. make it again. Whoopsie. So here, step. Oh, that looks nice. Yeah, why not? Why not? I think this is nicer. Yeah, that looks better. I like this more. Doesn't matter. Okay. Let's see. You should be a red stripe, maybe. Okay. Then what could we do in the color here? Well, let's try it with different thing here. Go to the Fresnel here and make a conductor out of it. Yeah, make it even, make it just the conductor. Make it gold. Is plastic nicer? No, it doesn't matter. Gold 720. Because I can do the same here in the layer color. Go to the texture. Gradient. I have still the gradient here. So copy it. Paste it. That looks nice, huh? And here is a nice thing when let's say I make this very glossy here, so very rough. Let's see if I can see it here. I bring something into to reflect and so on. So of course my scene rig. Come in. Okay, the floor is far off here. Whoop. Here I am. Background floor. Up, down, 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 down. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Nice. So we can work with, but we don't need really GI, but let's see how it looks. Nice, okay. And here when I go, and when I say I want the stripe really reflective, and here we can move, we can do this. We take this same gradient here, copy this gradient. We need it just in black later, but go to the roughness here, make this, open this and bring this in, paste, and you see immediately we get no, but if you have this black, oopsie, we have a totally shiny stripe here, and if I don't want it so shiny, right, so I want it here to make it just a little gray. You see? And if you're totally crazy, we copy this one, bring it to the bump map, paste it in here, and we get something like this here. Make it black, a little deeper or higher, and we get a nice thing here. Let's make this a little better with the quality. And we have a nice, very nice thing here. Good. The next one. So we just copy this and make different color of stripes. That's it for me. You can do then whatever you want, and hopefully show me your thing. Hey. So this is sphere 1. Yeah, Patreons will get, of course, the project file, no question. Sphere 2. here just change the color to something like a green, maybe. Okay, drag it. At first, I copied this here to this here, so control drag it down. So I have all the information about the mapping and everything, so I don't have to do it again. So now I just drag the second one over it. When you see this arrow down, just drag it over it, and that's it. But this is a little too glossy for me. This is the gradient here. So it looks maybe just glossy in the viewport. Let's see. Yeah, here it looks better. That's nice. Good, so that's fine. And last one, last but not last. 3, so a nice blue, I would say. Blue. And on the third one. Okay, save it. Now we go to this guy here. I have here the selection, and I want different texture on the top here and different on the sides and on the bottom. So this comes in handy, this selection tag. And now let's see if we can make something fabric. Of course, I could do it easy. Go to my, not here, Shift F8 to my texture pack. Patreons can download it. And here you have, in my texture pack, you have cloth and fabric, and you could take something from here. They all look nice. This would be something like this, was something like the original here. Huh? Maybe when we go up with the color a little bit and something else. But let's make something for us. New one. Let's say this is the ribbon top. And here. Yes, here, don't need color. I go to the reflecting channel, drag it on the new here, so. And under the glossy, disable the glossy, I add another one, and here we have this other one, cloth. And you see here, like it looks. We can go here to a cubic mapping and make it maybe smaller here. Let's see. Specular strength is okay, reflection strength, we will see it later. This is nice, this is nice. We can of course change the colors here when we want some brownish color like in the original one, but as I said, I want it just at the top, so I go to here and drag the thing, so you see we have it just on the top. And what I miss here is something like this we do, oopsie, back. This we do later with a bevel around this, of course. This we need a bevel here. But I don't think that we need a bevel because we have it so high. Maybe a normal subdivision surface would be enough. Yeah, normal subdivision surface is definitely enough, I think. Definitely. You see here, this is the texturing, so we can go to the subdivision surface and from standard to edge or boundary. Or nothing of them here, somewhere. Or is it not here? Normally I can go closer to the edge, but is it? Yeah, the only thing what is this fabric needs quite a long time to render. But now we try it, just experiment a little bit. Normally it helps a little bit, not in this case, but it should be fine. So, okay, but I want it smaller, of course. This is too big, this. Scale you know, but we can scale it here too, in the texture deck. Let's see, make here 3 by 3 and make some different colors, something brownish. I make everything just brownish here, so okay, whoops, 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 and here, whoops, okay. Let's see how this looks. We're going on our camera view. Whoop. I think this could look nice. Yeah, that looks great. We don't even need, here you see, we don't even need some Mo extrude or something else or displacement. It looks totally nice. Look at this, look at this, this is almost the same. Yeah, a different color of course, but I'm happy. Everything works much better than I thought. Do we need some glossy on it? Definitely not, I think, but let's see. A little bit, maybe reflection strength, a little down here. Yeah, maybe, why not? Yeah, I would say yes. Okay. Now we need on the side something. I would say on the sides we take simple whatever. Some simple material. Maybe something like wood or so. Wouldn't it be good? Nope. Or normal plastic. What is in the on the original? But this is a normal. Okay, something that comes close to the color from here, but one color, not that's a. We pick one out of here. So let's go out of the camera, closer here, and we pick a color out, and then so like a new material. Whoops, color. And we pick one out. You can just see here what we get. So something, don't know. This one, not this one, little brown. Good. Okay, we can change this later if we want. And bring this simply on our extrude tool, but on the first place here. I see this would not be a good idea in front of this one. Okay, and I see I don't want this color, so I make maybe one of the darker ones here. Okay, reflectance is yeah, that looks nice. And it renders quite fast. Yeah, that looks nice. Looks like then Lisa stripe or something else. Yeah, leather and Lisa. So, a very easy chrome material. The easiest chrome material ever. Double click, name it chrome if you want. No color, just reflectance in the Fresnel conductor and chromium. Here you can set roughness if you want, but 10% I think is okay. And that's it. This is chrome. And where are our springs here? Here are our springs, and we want to bring it on this sweep. Okay, and let's see if this is okay. Yep, very nice. And the last one, what do we do with this bottom one? Maybe, I don't know, wood or marble or whatever. Let's see. I try some wood, okay, but I try it now from my textures. Shift F8 here, sir. Wood. Something like this, maybe. On my cube here. Looks not so hooray. It looks not bad, but it looks not. I don't know. It's totally not bad, if you ask me. But who asks me? Let's try another one. Here's the same. If you want, if you don't care about the name of the here, you can just drag it over this one, and then automatically exchanges. So means, which one is this? What is this? 7. Okay, don't take 7 again. With this, and you go just over it. When you see this arrow down, you exchange it, and you have nothing to do with it anymore. That looks not bad, except the bump here. Why it has bump on top and not everywhere. Let's see. Boing. Let's go to cubic mapping. See what we get. I like it more. Yeah, I like it more, but I don't like the bump here. Or maybe it's normal. Yeah, that looks now better. Okay, and when I say this would stretch everything to fit the object, would stretch it here, I think. Let's see. No, it looks not bad. Here on the edges I do not really like it. But this could be a foam issue, maybe. Let's see. Foam breaks, no. No, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Cube. One. It's not bad, but let's see if another one works better. And then this could be fun. Okay, not really. Let's make some marble maybe. Marble looks nice, but it's too stretched here. So, but when we go to here, to the texture tag, in the texture mode here, we see the size of the textures, and the shortest is 30 and 34. So let's bring everything to about 100 maybe. Let's see how this looks then. Yeah, and it looks great. But here again we have a bump inside. Sometimes it's nice, sometimes I don't like it. So in this case, no. Okay. We have here a little you have here tile. It's not the same, I think, but it looks tiled somehow. That I don't like this too. So maybe in the x-axis I give it 200. Yeah, now I don't have anything here. I take this one, I think. Or an brighter one, because now we have the size and everything. Now we can. Oh, not you. I don't need you. Here's a wood, but a normal stony texture here. So it's like this. Yeah, that looks nice, huh? If somebody wants it. I love the texture here. It looks great. What could we take to? Metals, no. But a nice metal texture. They are too rusty. There will come a new when I don't know when, I cannot say when it comes, but no. This won't work because it is not subdivided enough to work. So this works with a very heavy displacement. Nice tiles, maybe. Let's play a little bit. If you're bored, just like fast forward. When we find here the correct numbers, hundreds, because tiles are tiles, are tiles, or tiles are tiles. I think I like this. Looks crazy. Looks somehow good. But now I have to name this block here, so we know what we do. With a bump. This is nice. This is very nice. Maybe I'll leave this or not. I'm in GIS. What we have to do, I think, is another color for the floor here. And I think I do it some goldish like here. So I go to my scene rig and floor, and here I have my color things. Bring this away from I don't want a gradient for the moment. Color, I steal something from here. Now let's see what we get. Yeah, this immediately looks different and better. If you don't want that the color, the floor color affects your reflection here or something else. You see this now it's yellowish, but then simply go to the background and floor thing. You go down here, before seen by reflection of. Then you get this again. But I think what sure helps is a different HDRI. Let's take some outer HDRI maybe, so something like this here. That looks nice. Maybe a little too dark, so take the other one here. Of course, we can make it brighter with the light intensity of that. No, that looks nice. Nice shines in the spheres. So let's see. Let's make one render here. One nice. So camera on. Whoop. The spheres, they doesn't matter how they are they subdivided, because as long as you have render perfect, they will always render a perfect sphere. So you can here give 3 segments, doesn't matter. If you say something like this and you render it, you will get a perfect sphere. This is just if you have too many subdivisions or something else in your scene or something, that you know it. But be careful here when you do something like you subdivide your sphere, or you work with a displacement deformer and to displace, and everything looks nice in the viewport, and you render it and you lose your whole displacement. It's because here render perfect. So with the displacement deformer, you don't get any displacement, so if you have this on. Good so far. And yeah, make here a middle GI render, and let's see what we get here. The other one, as I said, sometimes needs a little bit, and here it calculates to frame 45. So the first thing will be a little longer, but we will see when it's rendered. It renders quite fast. Okay, we have very blurry things here and so on. And this needs time to render. This is, of course, let's go to frame. Yeah, this is okay, but I want to go to frame 1 here, the frame 0, just to see how long this renders. It renders quite fast. But we have not a really nice. Yeah, this is the physical render, and so we see 14 seconds is nothing for the physical render, but the quality isn't that good too. So yeah, let's go up with the quality a little bit. Let's see what we can do here. The thing is, this texture is great here. Here, yeah, now I want to see the difference. We have 14 seconds here, and I'll make it now without global illumination. Let's see how fast this renders. Because for the animation, you see, we have less. For the animation, normally you don't need really the global animation, but here it looks better with global animation. Yeah, it looks 1,000 times better. But I'm not sure if I think I want the floor seen in reflection here. So I go back to my GI here, and I want here a blurriness subdivision here. No, this is okay. Maybe in the ambient occlusion, a nice ambient occlusion. So go with the ambient occlusion to 3. And maybe a little more ambient occlusion, not much more than 20%. And not so far maybe, so let's the maximum length right here I want to be, say 30. And I want to see the floor in the reflection. Okay, and render this one. It will be a little longer maybe, because we gone up with the ambient occlusion sub samples here. It could be more. And we have here a lot of, but it's fast. It is. What we can try is here in the options, we can go down here with the ray depth maybe to 5, reflection depth. We don't need 5, 2 or 3 would be enough. Let's try 2. Shadow depth. The shadow depth, let's get to 7 for 8. And let's render this then. So first then physically ambient occlusion, give it 4 and render it again. Yeah, it renders fast because, and we won't see much difference here. Yeah, we don't see it's a little darker, but maybe this is the ambient occlusion too with the 30% plus. But this could be nice when you later work with the in post work a little with neat video or something else to bring out the noise. I try to go with the ambient occlusion 5. As long as we are under a minute normally, this is totally okay, but I think the ambient occlusion goes a little too far. 10. Yeah, now I have it here. Okay, it looks not so bad, but it still looks noisy. I make a higher render, make one high render and to see the difference. So GI high. I pause it in between. So now I'm back and you see this is with almost 2 minutes, but this is the render I'm looking for. This looks of course great. And yeah, this is with the high render, so this is, we could go down here with some things. We could go with not really. That's okay, but this is a nice render. But of course, if you want a nice render, I work here on a very strong machine, so I work here with an 7980XE CPU, but no team render at the moment. And it needs this long. Let's see maybe if we can go down a little bit here. with something. That's the output here, not the options here. Let's go here down to, again, the rate depth down with 5. Down to here to 2 and here to 5 to. Let's see how long we did here now. I'm back in a second, of course. Yeah, but now you see, we are under 1 minute here now with these settings, and it's not so much difference, huh? It almost looks better with the lower settings here now. Really. And so, under 1 minute, so with the physical render is totally okay. Of course, when the spheres come in, it will take a little longer. Let's see when we go a little front here. We should see. Did I? It's not cached. Of course, it can't work. It's not cached. When it's not cached, if it's not cached, it can't work with the scrolling. Yeah, and I don't know. Maybe we should make the pattern a little bigger here, because you see this Moire effect here. But maybe that can look good too. So go front. Bring the third one in, so something like this, and render this again. I am back because I don't know how long this needs with the spheres. Okay, with the spheres we have 120, but it needed 20 seconds to prepare to this frame. So we had the same with the spheres, 1 minute. So we can totally use this, and I love it how it looks. It looks great. Really, really nice. I love these spheres. They look fine. The Moire effect does not disturb me, so it's not a little bit. Okay, but I don't want to render now a whole animation. We know it works. So what we can do is I can render here in yeah. You know what I mean, in hardware render. So go away with all, bring in little SSCO here, maybe an other flow. No, this is okay, but I bring away the world axis here, so nothing disturbs me here. Maybe bring the spheres. No, don't need it. Just to make the spheres rounder. I simply want to see here. What do we have here? The reflections is okay. The desolation, we don't have it, so that's okay. That's okay. Shadows. No, we don't have shadows. Okay, and then I make a hardware render. So this means I go to here, hardware. And this is just here hardware OpenGL inside, and in the hardware OpenGL I say enhance OpenGL, yes, SSAO, yes, and anti-aliasing the Euch, this is okay, reflections, okay, depth of field we don't, yeah, depth of field we could do, and we could add some motion blur and everything, but this I showed in the other in some other tutorials with motion blur and everything. Look at the soft body thing what we did few weeks ago. Yeah. Okay, this should work. Here I say, oopsie, in output all frames. I don't need to save it. This should go quite fast. Render, yes, without saving. We are cool, we don't have to save. Sometimes you see it looks quite nice too. And this renders in no time. Maybe we should bring these two guys a little out, but it's okay. Sometimes you really don't need to render. Sometimes the hardware render is more than enough. So. This carambolage should come a little later. You see the carambolage, but you can make this by your own, because just set the keyframes to another time, and that's it. We can set. Yeah, I want to do this. It's okay. It's over 2 hours. Doesn't matter. We want to make this so that I am. So I can say yes. This is how I like it. So I clear the cache here. This is the second guy here. Shift F3. And the second one is this. This comes too early, I think. Yeah? Oops, I need just this one here. So let's see. This. Needs a little bit, because now the second one. Yeah, now we see a wave here in between. This is what I want to see. I want to see the wave, and then the wave disappears. Let's gets a kick here. And here comes, yeah, this is exactly what I want. Save it and be happy with it. Control D, bake. Very nice thing. I really like it. There's so much potential in this. Make a circle with this. Is just a circle, and make this the spheres on a circle. The springs on a circle. Like this. Let's roll the spheres along a spline on a circle, and you see the whole springs. Oh, nice. Yeah, maybe I play with this more. Okay, so, and we can render again. So, render. Let's see this now. Now it should come later, and then we see a wave in between the first two spheres. Yeah, exactly. Maybe even a little later still. But it's okay. The movement of the springs is great. So, okay, and yeah, now we totally see the wave in between here. This is nice. Maybe they're a little too fast, maybe. But it's okay for me, it's okay, totally. I love it. Okay, we are done. Save it and happy with it. Okay, I hope you liked this one. I think we can wrap it up. And yeah, if you want to use Octane, just you can convert the materials just for Octane. But I don't think that you can convert this other one thing here. This other one here is a great one. I use it far too rarely, or to not enough. It's really great. And yeah, as I said, the patrons can download this file. I hope it's online when I think it's online when the tutorial is online. And this is just now for physical render. The other materials, there are no problem. And here, this material, maybe I do a separate material for something like this either one thing. I mean, I have to see if I don't think that it will be converted, and we can try it. Just convert material. And let's see what it shows us. I don't think that it's a great thing. Great. I know this is the. This is this. Yeah. That did nothing. Great, a great conversion. Nothing. Less than nothing, if you ask me. Not good. Not good. Not happy. Delete it. So bring it back. Okay, I save it, and I am ready with this. Okay, I hope you liked it, and I hope to see you again in the next tutorial. I cannot say when it will be, but yeah, you see that. Yeah, will be next days. Maybe on weekends. We'll see. And yeah, if you have questions, if you have complaints, if you have requests, please write in the comments and everywhere where you can find me. If you want to support me on Patreon, do so. I really appreciate it. And yeah, and this was again a question from a patron. Thanks for this. And if you want to say, no, I don't want to buy every month something, whatever, I want to donate on PayPal. You can do so, and the link is right in the description. And yeah, what is to say more? Nothing. Thanks for watching. I hope you had a nice time. Thanks for your patience. And yeah, was a great thing, I think. Tell me what you think about this video. Tell me what you think about the project. Tell me show me your project, please. Please show me a project on my Nikomedia group on Facebook. Every link in the description, of course. Okay, enough for now. Okay, so I wish you. Okay, here you see it's 11 p.m. So I wish you a good night from Vienna, and yeah. So hope to see you next time again, and tschüss und baba.